guys, what's happening? Thank you for joining us for the third episode of my new album, Documentary 2020. And I'm glad to have you guys with us today. We're going to record band practice. We're going to work on the third song today, and it will be the censored version of the band practice, just to let you know. But we are going to talk about some lyrics and some sounds for this next song. The next song is going to be called On the Eve of Chaos, and that is going to come as the third song. And we are going to talk about a lot of different elements about the panic and the everything that was happening when the pandemic started, and all the other elements that go into it. So we're going to experiment with some sounds and some different parts to the songs, and talk about the lyrics and the meaning behind it. So we're going to document us doing this so we can look back on it and use it for when we go to finalize the album, and just to document it for ourselves. Today we have Tim Harper with us, and he's going to do some vocals, and he also is a singer-songwriter and has a lot of great songs that are very folk-like and very neat songs, and they might also be incorporated on the album. And we have a special song coming up pretty soon. We have a challenge for us to write a song called Where's the Toilet Paper Gone? So that's definitely going to be on the album, because that's very important, okay? So that should be pretty fun to do. And then we're also going to look at the lyrics and talk about the very first lyrics for the second song in the album, which is the very first song to have vocals in it, because the very first song is just going to be classical guitar and hand drum style intro. So we're going to go ahead and just get started kind of messing around with this. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Am I allowed to say shit?
You're allowed to say whatever you want. So, what were some of the lines we had right there? So we were talking about, I mean, there's a lot we talked about earlier.
Talking about the lies that we've been told leading up to no one can make sense of everything that's going on, right?
So, like, what perspective do you think we should sing it on? So the song that comes before this is kind of from an outlooker's kind of standpoint of view, but should this be like a one person's point of view, or like a crowd mentality kind of view, or
You know, maybe this is from I mean, we established this an insider perspective.
we do have the insider perspective too, yeah. So what it was making me think of though too is it's kind of like when things starts going bad, it's like you don't want to believe it. You know what I mean?
Someone
so there's
who
that
knows,
element of it
maybe
too.
someone who knows more than they're supposed to know, but doesn't know how to.
Or just, you know, is kind of what is it called? In denial at
In
first.
denial, yes.
In denial.
That's
So
right.
let's try that. I'll try to incorporate that other riff into there now too. So I'm just gonna loop this one and see if you can sing out some of those lines. See if you can craft something like that.
That's like the three chords, right? The chords, is that what you're doing there?
Just whatever. So I'll kind of draw it into something like that. Yeah, right? Little action time. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, I was thinking about doing kind of a bolero with it. Like, it's just really one line that repeats and repeats and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, you know, for the idea of, the eve of chaos. So it has this suspenseful kind of thing, you know,
I
that
felt like you
draws
put
up to it.
there, yeah.
And two, the more open parts that we leave where we kind of create just like a backdrop and stuff like that too, we can do it a little bit more jam out style like that too, and kind of create that, because there's strings and stuff that can go in there that really give that real, you know, it's the album itself. I think it should have like kind of a soundtrack kind of sound to it. So when you listen to it, it's like the story of your life, but it's like a movie, you know. So let's try that again. Oh, that sounded good. Let's do something in there. Even if you kept doing something like what you're doing, but I change up the rhythm behind it, create little side-to-side rhythmic pockets or something like that. You know, I was trying to do. You know what? I like the sound. I like the sound of that kind of vocal to it. But then when it goes into that drop down, no, actually, when that drop down, start telling me like start singing something that's like those other songs that you have. They're kind of the folky one where you're kind of telling me a story. Start telling me a story. Tell us just and make it up. Just improv it. Tell me a story about how you're trying to get somewhere to see somebody, but you can't. Let's do that.
Okay, we're not there yet.
Well, I mean, on the part, on the second part of it, you know what I mean?
But it's the eve of it.
Well, you know,
it's before
funny.
everything even fucking starts. So you're not having trouble getting anywhere yet.
Right,
It's right before it happens.
Well,
The next song, now you're in that fucking whole stage where you're trying to get somewhere, but everything's shut down. They're starting to shut down the states. No more interstate travel. No more airport stuff. This is the eve of all of that. So this is that panic survival mode. What are we going to do? Oh my God, everything's shutting down tomorrow. We better go to the grocery store and buy out goddamn everything that's there.
So how would you reflect that into a personal experience?
Well, there's two ways of...
That's basically what I'm saying. Reflect that in a personal way.
Does the oncoming tragedy give this guy a sense of that he's got some purpose, like he was going around with no purpose, or does it take away from some purpose he had? Did he have some life that was going on before this started coming on, right? And this is going to destroy that, or did the guy have no life going on, and this gives him a sense of purpose? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like a duality to it, to where like you could be talking about the virus getting people sick, but at the same time you can make it to sound like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, so, so the eve of chaos, you know, it's like,
okay, so with that respect,
it's like I'm about to freak kind of thing. Too.
What are some of the lines from Feed on Me? Because that was basically how that was.
Yeah, that was. So some of the lyrics here, if you want to write some of these down real quick, actually, that was, we had talked about this before, is coming back to that and working on it. She crossed the sea to find me, to take the place beside me. This life I once knew and died. Alright, so she crossed the sea to find me, to take her place beside me. This love I once knew has died.
I think so. Now I think you can cross the sea to find me, to take your place beside me. This life I once knew has died.
This life I once knew has died. There you go. I think I want to do what you did and drop that string.
No. Fucking copycat. Oh, my volume is I went and hit my string to give you a... Don't even have my volume on. Damn it, man.
Alright, so, got
there
that?
It is.
Did you write those down?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what the next thing is. I feel diseased, you sicken me. You're haunting my every memory,
Dude, not much tweaking. Don't do meth, kids.
Word from our sponsor. Your face still burns the back of my mind.
Okay, dude. I think
We need to take that and new it up and do it this style, right?
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm spraying.
See, that we were sitting talking the other night, me and Josh, and we're talking, and like we're talking, and we say something, and we're both looking at each other like, oh my God, hell yeah, like, oh my gosh, you know. He's like, you need to be recording this part of it, right? We miss all the good stuff.
We did.
So
everything.
Hey, Ray Charles over here.
He's visually impaired.
And she stalks the night, she flies towards the light. And
See, this is where we need a little tweaking.
So that's the
So
part where it
there's
talks.
something-
So that's where it talks more about it, almost like it's the mosquito.
Yeah. See,
She
that's what I
flutters-
said.
she
It
flutters
needs to be
towards
tweaked a little bit.
All right,
right
so
through
she
there.
flutters towards the light.
I'm blinded.
And she stalks the night.
As she stalks the night, she flutters towards the light, and she'll take any soul that she can find.
So that ain't bad. The last one.
Yeah.
Because it obviously. But we do need to come up with something like right before that. How would we?
Well,
She
So
stalks the night, moving slowly to the light, takes away any soul she can find. I don't have to flutter. You just move. She stalks the night, moving away from the light, though, I think. Most of the
what's
night
the
not
lyrics
move away
say
from
again?
the
Again?
light.
She.
Stalks the night, flutter to the light, or something like that.
I think I remember. I just listened.
And she stalks the night, she flies towards the light.
She flies towards the light.
As she stalks the night. Something about she's invisible.
Yeah, I don't think she's moving to the light because this bitch is dirty.
That's why you gotta wash your hands.
Yeah, right?
Dirty
It's all
bitches.
coming together.
If you ever
Okay.
get around a dirty bitch, wash your hands.
All right, so
Please. I'm thirsty.
let's just not worry about that little part
Nope.
right now.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I think that all part could
We'll
almost be
figure
taken
that
out,
out.
because if it goes in the context, we might be able to cover it.
And she'll take every soul that she
That's a little cringy thing.
Something about her that I cannot resist. Her legs, her eyes, the shape of her lips. When she bites, I know she's gotten under my skin. The one so tender and true is now comes through.
So that can sound like the toxic relationship part. It's like that. So, and that's also, so there's something about her I just can't resist, right? Or something like that.
Alcohol swab her anatomy.
Let's mess around with the first little part of it and see if we can fit it to this riff a little bit or something.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is getting intense. We got a whole nother song here, which is great.
So
Like, it is.
there's something about her I just can't resist. I like those lyrics.
So we
I think
got-
those lyrics are cool because I think it's you know, it's kind of a seductive sounding thing because it could also be a person that you can't stay away from too. You know what I mean? That's kind of what he's saying. It's like it's killing him, but at the same time, you know, he's doing it. So
Now it's a different song than what we were around before.
so what I'm saying
That's
is.
what I just said.
Some of those lyrics, but that idea, well, maybe it's talking like when I say tell me your story, do something that's maybe kind of like a toxic relationship that's got some of those lyrics in it, and that idea where it's the virus you're talking about. It's the virus you're talking about, but you make it sound like it's a toxic relationship that you're in, kind of, because it's also needs to be realistic, because you know what, a lot of times it's like we are in that, you know, it's really, you know, intense relationship or whatever, and it's like it's a struggle, you know what I mean, sometimes. So it'll be real for all like aspects of it. Like let's just mess
Okay,
around with it
okay.
again though, now that we got a few things on it.
Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna do what we were playing.
Maybe mess around with it and do some of the lyrics, but what do you think? Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. All right. So this is a good song. We should keep this song. Just new it up. But the way we were playing everything before, you guys kept wanting to talk about fucking like what was fucking happening, fucking can't get nowhere, so why don't we use that song and call this one The Eve of Chaos? Somehow incorporate that into the chorus, which also can be the toxic relationship because shit's going down and fucking chaos is ensuing.
So, I'm saying, let's see what it sounds like if you sing those lyrics to this riff. Like, I can kind of say it.
She just ignored everything.
No. Keep that.
This
keep
is
the
what
same
happens when I have a good idea.
So you're saying to keep these lyrics intact and don't mess with the song, but maybe change the tuning or do something different to it?
Like, even change some of the riffs. Like the first riff, not so
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, like, because really,
But dude, this is a rock
these are
freaking song.
but most of these lyrics are pretty, like, you know,
Ambiguous?
basic. They're ambiguous. The only one that's like really cool is "I feel diseased, you sicken me." That's the best line, right? That one really sticks out as being a good line. But the rest are just sort of, you know, throwaways. They're knockoffs. You can take them or leave them. You know, you can rewrite them, or I mean, they can be done. You can change the meaning of them by just changing them, you know, a verb or something here and there. You know, or an adjective.
You mean it's like taking a choice line out of there or something?
But
Like,
you
did she
already
cross the
have
sea to
stuff.
find me? Can she cross the street to find me? You know, you know, it can be, you know, it's just.
There we
really-
go. Write
really
that down.
easy,
That's
you know.
the first lyric. She crossed the street to find me instead of the sea. I like that.
But it came across the sea.
It needs to be the story how the guy gets infected from some girl or something like that. Or other way around.
So
I knew you were
calling
gonna
this
think
one
that way.
The
That's
Eve
the
of
patriarchy.
Chaos.
You know what? That would be good though.
Wow.
And that could come to like an apex or something in it, so.
What happened here?
But you know, I can hear that kind of melody to it like that. I feel disease. Right.
I feel diseased, you sicken me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not. That was not at you.
No, it's okay.
I thought of something funny.
That's okay. Oh gosh.
No,
Let me put.
no, you can't change that. It's. I'm gonna put my foot down on this one because that's a solid motherfucking song. You know what I mean? Like, it really is, dude.
Let's see the. I need to see what. I don't remember what key I did this in, too. Yeah, it was kind of like. We can do it lower like that too, you know, we can see about detuning it a bit.
Did you drop D? Hey, did you drop D?
I mean, that drop A still.
No,
No
did
string.
you drop your...
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I don't remember what that chord was there.
Please be beside
That's that riff dropped lower.
How about lost on the street, she finds me, come set me free or feed on me. I want what I once denied.
That sounds kind of cool too. And 1, 3. Play the riff. Sing just the normal lyrics like that. You sicken me. That makes you want to sing that, right? But if we drop it down a little bit too, it won't be so like, you know, up there a little bit. So
Skid Row.
try it low like that. Try singing those lyrics real quick with us.
She finds me.
1, 2, 3.
Lost on the street, she finds me to set me free. I'll be free, and I want what I want to divide me into the place inside me.
Now let me see if I do this other distortion.
So, well,
we'll
first
cut
off-
through the bass a little bit. See, it's more of a mid-type tone. This will sound better.
It's not beside me, it's gotta be inside of me. Take her place inside of me.
See, just little changes like that, just to tweak it. That I think that will work. Little things like that. Yeah, the lower tone singing voice like that. Do it a little louder. Try that, like right into the mic. Let's try it again.
The microphone. That thing right there.
Bang
The
full.
lower,
So I
the
can
lower,
hear-
the I like it up higher, like
I want to hear
this.
you louder.
Can I put it up higher?
Even if we loop that, those vocals in that thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
She crossed the sea to find you. The places around you. Life I know you have run. Take the pain behind you. You take the place
notes right there. You should have remembered those 2 notes. Then it go up on it. I feel diseased, you sicken me. You're haunting my every memory. I feel diseased, you sicken me. And open up on it. So the first part's kind of under and then that's over. There's this voice I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's the voice I want to hear, right? That was sounding, that was starting to get there. That's what we need. We need somebody to sing it out like that. 'Cause, yeah, that sounded tight. Let's do it. Let's do it again. This other guitar riff sounds like Rat or something, right? If I play it like this, check it out. It's like.
Inside of me, I feel disease, you sicken me.
So what is that? All the lyrics not part of the
He's
CD.
based still.
Let's do it. We're singing it together, but with this riff. I'm so glad you put your foot down about it. 'Cause I love that song. Yeah, let's do do it. So we're just gonna we're all gonna just sing along with us. We're all gonna sing it right now. Here, let's just get the riff going. 1, 2, ready. We're gonna sing it together. Ready? We're all gonna sing it together.
You want me to turn down a little bit?
No, I want you to be loud. The guitar was just kind of low. Let's just play it a couple times and I'll say, here we go. We're gonna start singing it. Ready? And then you keep doing your thing after that, but let's just have some fun. 1, 2, something like that? Yeah, let's try it again. You do it without me. That key sounds cool though. I mean, I think
I like it.
I like it too.
I'm like it.
Let's jam it one more time and start working on the other song. Or, I don't know, we're making progress on this. We'll probably just do it on this one, yeah. Yeah. See, I'm like, next song.
Yeah.
No, let's just do this. Hey, dude, that's something solid to work on because just a couple tweaks in the lyrics like that, like inside or whatever, I think it's going to be perfect. But I just think that the quality of your voice sounds pretty cool. If you sing it, basically sing what he's doing, kind of, but do your own thing to it, like you were doing. Like you got your own stuff to it. But
Yeah, 'cause I'm
sing the
burning
song.
cigarettes.
But sing the song, right?
You've been doing this shit on film.
Let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Like the second one. Sing it all out. You sounded like him on the recording though, kind of like his voice. When you started hitting the notes and singing right there, it sounded way cool. But with that lower tuning, it's got a different sound to it, but it was sounding like the song. You know what I mean? That was sounding pretty cool.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah, dude. Right, well, we can pretty much wrap it up for tonight. So
Yes, we can.
we can do that. And so this is the process that we're doing, and we're going to keep going, and it's a revolving circle. But thank you. I think we'll, we'll talk about it right now.